Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be building out a really effective campaign in Google Ads for law firms and lawyers. Google Ads is a really great place for law firm and lawyer marketing. So we're going to be going over just an entire build out from start to finish on how I would build out a campaign. So my name's Abe. I run a Google Ads marketing agency called Turnkey Lead. And our YouTube channel is really just all about marketing. So if you like this video, like it, comment, and subscribe. So let's dive in. So we're going to just create a campaign, create a new campaign here. All right, it's loading. Okay, so when it asks you to choose an objective, I like to start off for, paid search, lead generation focused. I generally put create campaign without goals guidance. This gives me the ability to pull more levers and have access to a lot of different things. So we're gonna hit that, and we're gonna hit just search and just website visits. So we'll put our website. And then we're gonna do phone calls as well. And then we're going to just go law firm search, and we'll just start right there. Okay, so in the beginning, when you're starting off a campaign, it's really important if you have no data that you're going to focus on clicks first, because you don't have enough information for the Google automation to create good leads for you, right? So if you put an automated conversion-based bid strategy, this campaign is going to spend nothing because Google doesn't even know what to do, right? And so I hit clicks, and you want to set a maximum cost per click. So for this example, we'll just put about $9 just to get it going. All right, and this is really important. So you're going to want to make sure you're hitting no to Google Search Partners and no to Google Display Network. So what this is that Google has various websites that have search engines on them, right? And that's what the Google Search Partner search network really is, right? You're going to want to deter this type of traffic for a few reasons. Your clicks and your leads, or if you even get any leads, but they're going to be lower quality, right? So you're going to want to push out as much of the low quality stuff at first and focus on really targeted audience, and then scale from there, right? It's just going to be a lot of bad traffic. The display network is even worse, right? So what that is, it's basically Google converts your search ad into a banner ad and starts serving it on different websites. So you're going to want to make sure those are both unchecked. All right. Then location. So here, you're going to want to make sure you're hitting the location options and hitting people enter regularly in your targeted location. And we'll enter our location. So we're going to go New York City. All right, so that should do it for location. Languages, honestly, I usually hit X on this, so this gives me the abilities to serve on anyone who's interested in what I have to offer. Audience segments for search generally, this is just like a prospecting lead generation campaign. You don't need to add any audiences, right? If this were a remarketing campaign, then we could do that, or if it was Performance Max or something like that, we could build out a few audience segments. But for this, the targeting is going to be 100% focused on the keywords. All right, and we'll go into more settings. Okay, so keep this as prefer best performing ads. Go into more settings. All right, ad schedule. Depending on where you're at or what type of customers you serve, I like to set an ad schedule between Monday and Fridays, between business hours. This way, in the beginning, I can really maximize my budget. So if I'd only have a few grand a month to spend, you're going to make sure you're hitting those peak hours with everything you've got, right? So let's scroll down here. We'll just do something like this. Okay. And then the campaign URL, this is really, UTM tracking. If you have UTMs, you can plug them in here, or you can just hit auto tagging, and then you won't even have to worry about that. But you can also add UTMs at the ad group and the keyword level. All right, and then if you want a start date, you can just add a start date. So I think that's good right now. We might dive in a little bit deeper once the campaign's built out and make a few adjustments. All right, so Google will automatically tell you what you want to add here, right? So we're going to actually trash this, and we're going to build out our ad groups on our own. So yes, we want to remove. We're going to go to review. Hit view. Just hit $3, something small. All right, so we're going to just publish this campaign as is, and then we're going to dive into the campaign now that we have it built out. Okay, so we're going to go into settings. I want to talk about a few things here. So go to bidding. It's focused on maximize clicks. Again, I like to change this over to manual CPC. Google is pushing automation, so it's going to tell you, maximize clicks or try to get you to an automated system. This gives me a little bit more control, right? A lot of times maximize clicks, it'll take a day or two for clicks to start to generate. This way you can really go live and get a lot more leverage on the keyword level. All right. Also wanted to go into locations and talk about a few things here. So we'll go into advanced search. So what I like to do is I like to exclude, and I'm not going to do this here, so it'll take me a while, but I like to exclude like all of the other states and all the other countries, because sometimes you can get weird traffic from different places. So if you're just trying to target one area, often just targeting New York City isn't going to do it. You're going to want to exclude every other area that you're not in. Again, the goal is to get as targeted as possible. All right, so we're going to go into keywords now, right? So this is the next portion. Now that we've got the basics of the campaign settings built out, we're going to build out a robust keyword strategy. So I like to go up to tools and settings, go into the keyword planner, go to discover new keywords. And again, if you don't have any data, this is a good place to start. It's free and you can build out some pretty good lists, right? So we're going to go into law firm. We're going to keep it simple now just for the video, but you can use this for anything, right? So if you do personal injury, you can type in personal injury. The goal with your ad groups is you want to make sure that they're very relevant to each other, right? You don't want a ton of different types of phrases, because then you're going to get different customers looking at the same ad. You're going to want to split them off as much as possible so your ad's going to be more focused. So you're going to go through here. Our goal is to create a law firm ad group, right? Just for people searching for law firms in their area. So law firm, lawyer near me, attorneys near me, attorneys at law. This is good for now. Again, you can go through this and just find all the keywords that fit your goal for your ad group. And then you're going to add keywords to create a plan. And then you're going to go over here to forecast. And this is basically, Google's going to tell you exactly how much you can spend with your budget. Our bid strategy is manual CPC. So put manual CPC, change over your cost per click up here. We have this set at $9. And yeah, so that's going to tell you for $9 of CPC, oh, we need to change this over to your geo. You can swap this over. New York City. No, not New York State. Go back. Okay, so New York City. We're going to hit save. So Google's saying at $9 cost per click, just for those keywords in New York, you can spend upwards of $17,000 a month. And so what I like to do is I like to, this helps me understand the basic layout. But then you can download this whole report and pull your keywords, right? So I already downloaded the report, and it actually comes looking like this, right? And so I highlight my keywords, copy them over, and then I create exact match variations and phrase match variations. So we're actually only going to create an ad group for exact and an ad group for phrase. We're not going to do broad. Broad is going to get way too far out of your comfort zone in terms of types of users and types of searches. This gives you a more targeted base of people. Again, you want to start small and scale. You don't want to be serving on search networks with broad keywords and complete automation, because this campaign isn't going to produce a good ROI if you do that. All right, so now that we have these built out, we're going to go back into our campaign. All right, so we've got our campaign here. The settings are configured. We're going to go into our ad group, and we're going to create an ad group with this in mind. So we're going to create an exact match ad group, and we're going to create a phrase match ad group. We're not going to want to have these all compiled in one area for a few reasons. Number one, we want to make sure we're pushing exact match first, right? If you have them all in there, you're going to muddle the water, and the phrase match keywords are automatically going to rank higher, or are going to push more keywords, just because of the scalability of phrase match versus exact match. Okay, so this version is going to be the exact match version. So we're going to just copy these over. We'll put, lawyer, keywords, exact match, default bid. So we're going to bid this higher than we're going to bid our phrase match so that it gets priority. So we're going to put $10. We're going to drop these down. We're going to save and continue. Okay, now you can have an option to create ads, all right? So I'm going to go really quickly over this, just because I don't want to spend a ton of time. I have a whole other video on how to write good ads, but just for the sake of getting this entire thing built out, I'll walk through it quickly. So you're going to want to put ads that reflect your keywords, right? So law firm, top law firm, right? Then you want to put who you are, right? So whatever your brand is, you're going to want to put right here. And then you want to have your call to action, right? So this can be, get a free, report, whatever you have to offer as a law firm, you're going to give it here. Get in touch in minutes, right? That's a good one. All right. Again, I'm not going to dive super deep into this. I'm just trying to get this part pushed. So law firm in your area. Again, this is not how I would write an ad, but it's just a really quick way that I can file this in. All right, we're gonna just hit save and continue. Okay, great. So we have our exact match variation. We're gonna then just copy this ad group, and then we're gonna paste the ad group. We're going to let it go live right away. It's going to take a minute or two, but basically when it's pasted over, we're going to change the match types at the keyword level, and then we're going to lower our cost per click bid. And so what that's going to do, like I said, we're going to prioritize our exact match, and we're going to push down our phrase match a little bit. The phrase match is going to give us the ability to service a lot of different customers that you might not get from your original keyword reporting. Two, it's going to help you analyze phrases, like I said, that you had no idea we're indexing for, but then create exact match variation. So it's a great keyword discovery tool. So we're going to rename this to phrase. All right, we're going to change this bid to $8. We're going to average it out all at 9. Then we're going to go into these actual keywords and just really quickly swap them over. So we're going to highlight all of them. We're going to change the match type, change all match types to phrase, and apply. So now that's going to change everything over to phrase. So yeah, we got the bid adjusted, got the match type adjusted, and the one other thing I want to go into is going to be actually negative keywords, right? So that's going to be the last piece to targeting that's really going to be important. So you're going to want to compile a list of your competitors first off, and build out an exact and phrase variation of all of your competitors and drop them in the negative keywords. A lot of times, if you have phrase match going, you're going to index for naturally your competitor searches. You don't want that's going to increase your costs and that's going to reduce your return, right? So you're going to want to deter that unless you're building out a specific competitive conquest campaign, then that's a completely different story, right? But if you're just trying to get people looking for law firms in your area and just those types of things, you're going to build out a few robust negative keywords. And then as the campaign progresses, you can dive into the search terms report. And you're going to find terms you like that you want to add and terms you don't like and you're going to want to deter. And you're going to just keep building up and parting the traffic that's good versus the traffic that's bad, right? And one last thing, right? We're going to dive deeper into the bidding strategy, right? So between 30 and 60 days, if you have about 30 to 60 conversions, you're going to want to change this bid strategy over to a conversion focus. So, maximum conversions is probably going to be your best bet right now. Also, I like target ROAS if you have enough revenue data. So that's going to help, when you have all the data in place, really create a well-oiled machine that's generating quality leads that are in your market, right? I know there's a whole other section I could do on the conversion tracking. I'm not going to dive into conversion tracking right now. I'll build that out in another video. Yes, you do need to have conversion tracking in place for any campaign to work properly. But again, I'll touch on that in another video. But yeah, so if you like this video, if you felt like it brought value on how to generate really high quality leads for your law firm, give me a like, a subscribe, and comment if you want to see other videos in this area.